and I'll let you know. Because I'll just go check the stream. Just finding the van. Alright. PCG's lock.
Yeah, I just said PCG is broadcast.
Alright, I'm just gonna make sure. The frick. Oh yeah, I need that screen up, don't I?
Right now it's playing all that dope music and stuff that we got, right?
Yeah, I know, right? All the old school shit.
Well, I want to add in too, Kyle, on this. I want to talk about the sales for the past 2 weeks for gaming.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
And right now it says stop streaming.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. For some reason, that was weird.
Scared me like that, Kyle. I'm already nervous doing it.
No, it did like a 50-second thing on Twitch, and then I'm like, wait, what? But no, we're good. We're good. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, don't worry about it. We're good. We're fine. We're good. Just go on the old twatter. I'm gonna bring up chat. Pop out that chat. So go on Mixer. All the shebang. I'm gonna go on Mixer. Bring up this. Just in case. We really gotta start focusing on the chat when it pops up. I know it's tough, but we really gotta do that. I'm gonna buzz Van's brains right now. He's like, if you mess up that computer, I'll be very upset. I'll just build a new rig. Yeah, do that. I just wanted to get a tweet out. I just wanted to make sure I tweeted. Can Oob hear him? Can Oob hear him? I don't know. No, exactly. I'm about to say to Ben, you know Oob feels special. Can you bring up? What's up about that? Can you bring up your just the webcam itself on his PC? So that way, like, if that works, because if we can do that, then you can give me the cue, and when you bring up the screen that we're live. Oh, don't touch it. Just, when you're ready, just let me know. Yeah, I got Asana up, so I'll just stick my headphones off for like 2 seconds. Well, I'm ready.
All right, bro.
Okay. Bam, bam. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PCG Live. Andre, what's up, my dude?
What's going on, bro? We don't got Van with us today, but
yes, the normal fearless leader Van is not with us this week due to he is doing something in Boston. Maybe it's a secret project that we don't know about.
Don't get people hyped up, Kyle.
I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm the hype man. And I just act all goofy. So people got to be hyped.
I tell you
but
what, you're looking
but
really
nonetheless.
pearly, Kyle, on that
What were you going to say?
I say you're looking really pearly on that camera right now. Like, you look real high def, and that microphone, it's almost like it's a show off, man. Like, you're making me feel like, I'm not all that right now.
Oh, sucks. you don't have. Why, thank you. I just come flat like that, you know. Anyway, enough of my goofiness. But nonetheless, he's not here. But me and Andre always have fun when it's just the two of us. We had a nice... Last time we did this, it was the E3 episode. And it was probably one of my favorite episodes. No offense. Nothing against Van. It's just... It was one of my favorite episodes because we were going off a little bit on stuff and we were agreeing on things. And it was fun. That was a fun episode.
It's rare to get us to agree a lot. Like, we do have the same favorite game. We do have a lot of the same favorite.
We do, but we have some differences.
Yes, exactly.
Which is perfect. So, because I can't, my whole thing is I can't be agreeing with every single thing someone says, because if I do, then I'm going to be like, this is boring.
That's why, Kyle, like how you're a Chicago fan.
Insane.
How you're a Chicago fan, and I'm a Denver fan, and Van's a Patriot fan. It makes it all the better, because if everyone was a Patriot fan, then we would all be boring.
That would be boring. I'm so glad I'm a Bears fan.
Yes.
So glad I'm a Bears fan. But that's with sports. Yeah. We do have our differences in the gaming world, though, because you love your Xbox. And I like Xbox, but I mean, Nintendo. I mean, come on. The hell. Anywho. So we got a nice packed show today. Some nice little subjects in mind. Some big news.
Yes.
Some pretty solid news. You know, not a lot of news, but solid news.
Yes.
I liked it. I like the news. So, you want to just dive right? Actually, you wanted to talk before we even get to the sales part thing,
Go ahead, say
because
it.
we haven't asked this question. So, Andre, what have you been playing?
I've been balancing such a hard balance of Mario Party
Ooh.
and Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Assassin Mario Creed Odyssey.
Yes. Now, with Mario Party, I am disappointed that I wasn't here with my brothers to play with them. I had to go to a Venom premiere, but I was disappointed because one, this is my guys. We've been waiting to play a game together, and this Mario Party, which is one of my favorite games. I've been obsessed, Kyle. I've actually collected every gem already that you get in the game. I've beaten Challenge Road, where you do the 80 mini games on hard. I love every character.
Okay.
It's a great game. But then I have been having to balance out a single player game. Only issue is, Kyle, is when you have a single player game and then you have a game like Mario Party where your whole family wants to play, I can't play my single game as much. So I let everyone know I'm only letting this slide because it's Assassin's Creed. But when Red Dead comes out in a few weeks, that all changes. Everything changes. So those are my two games right now.
Yeah, I got that pre-order all paid off already.
Yes, same here, bro.
On Xbox.
On the Xbox, bro. So
on the Xbox. Together. I didn't have it. By the way, I actually sold my PlayStation.
Oh, wow. Wow. Went like that, Kyle? Well, I mean, you know PS5's coming in like a year, right?
Yeah, right. I might as well just waiting for the PS5. I was going to upgrade, though. Yeah. I was going to upgrade just because GameStop was doing a good deal. You know, if you trade in whatever system, you got an extra $25. So I was going to do that. But our boy Dwolin needed a PS4, so I just sold it to him.
That's a good man right there, because I was going to do the same thing for my brother. So it's a good move right there, bro. I mean, if you don't really play it like that, then, I mean, we're going to be playing Red Dead on Xbox, so that's all I can say.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna upgrade to a PS4 Pro anyway, just because I was like, you know what? I mean, I can. All I have to do is just save my pennies, and I can afford it. And I can go a few weeks without it because I'm probably going to do that Black Friday sale.
That's true.
Which I believe last year they dropped it like $100.
They're supposed to do that again this year, $120.
Yo, if they drop it $120, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll buy that in 2 seconds.
I hear that, bro.
Even if I can't go out, maybe I'll just Cyber Monday it. I don't know. They'll probably have some sort of deal going on. So, but I might be able to get out there.
What are you playing, my brother? What are you playing?
Oh, man. Mix of I'm same here, a mix of everything. Not everything, but so I just finished Doom a couple weeks ago. And I started Kirby.
Which one? The new one.
Star Allies.
Yeah.
I started Kirby. Oh, it's fun. You know, typical Kirby game. It's super easy.
It's super easy. But they should. I've been said they should have a insane difficulty. Like, just make it unnecessary. Like, have an enemy hit you in one hit and you die. Like, just a little more.
See, now that would make it very, very good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because there are a lot of levels.
There is.
That I could go through that game and not get hit.
Kyle, the bosses were amazing.
Especially when you have the allies.
Exactly. And the bosses were phenomenal in that game. I think the boss battles were so cool in that. But if it was harder, it would have been like, yo, Kirby's actually like my sons beat that game in one day. That's not good. You know what I mean? Like, it's for the kids, so I get it. But there's still Kirby fans like us that want something like, what was the cool one for the Wii, Kyle, that everybody loved? The one with Kirby with the sword on the front.
Oh, Epic Yarn?
Not Epic Yarn. It was, shoot. I gotta look this up now. But yeah, keep
it was on the Wii?
I think it was the Wii. Or was it?
Because Epic Yarn, I remember that one. I think that was the only Wii one.
No, it was Wii. Or 3DS.
Oh, it might have been 3DS. There was Triple Deluxe.
Triple Deluxe. There it is.
Triple Deluxe was a good one.
Triple Deluxe.
I liked Triple Deluxe. That was a good one.
So you've been playing Kirby. What else?
I've been playing Kirby. I've been playing some Super Mario Party. I really want to play Mega Man 11 again. But, you know, I mean, I will definitely get back into it. I will probably play it on hard when I get back to stream. Just because I really wanted to play on normal and get through it. And so I was just, again, if you have you played it yet?
No.
Come on, Andre.
Kyle, you see what I've been having to balance with?
Come on, Andre.
It's been hard, bro.
There's nothing to balance here. You put Assassin's Creed and Mario Odyssey to the side for a little bit. take about 4 hours of your day and finish Mega Man 11. Trust me, you'll be fine.
Oh my god.
But anyway, yeah. So I played a little more Super Mario Party. I've been playing some Kirby. I really gotta get some stuff for the PC though, just because like I don't have a lot for it, but I really should get some stuff for the PC. Because I still have Doom on there, which I'll play that eventually. I still have to try Darwin Project. There's a lot of games that I still have to try on my PC.
Darwin, such a letdown.
Oh, don't tell Dwolin that.
I know.
Don't tell Dwolin that. He'll lose his shit. I'm gonna have to tell him after this episode, you know.
Don't do that.
No, I won't rat you out like that. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Looking forward to Red Dead in a couple weeks.
Oh, stop doing that, Kyle. Don't do that to me.
No, I'm doing it to both of us. We're both super excited for Red Dead 2
Oh my god.
on Xbox because I cannot play shooters on PlayStation.
Nope.
I can't do it. That trigger, terrible.
I agree.
But anywho, so enough of talk about that. Let's get into the subjects. Which did you want to bring up the sales?
Yes. Always want to bring this up is because Mario Party's in this.
Okay.
Number one seller in the past week, and I know it's only a week.
Yep.
Was Mario Party. That's big only because in that same frame, you're talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Warriors of Orochi 4 for people that love that stupid game of Dynasty Warriors. Mega Man 11, FIFA 19. This game has beat all those games out. Now, first off, this Mario Party's been getting good reviews for the most part. If I had to give a rating according to everyone around the world and put it in one number, it would be at an 8 right now. That's great for Mario Party, and it's the biggest opening selling Mario Party since the 64 ones. That's big, Kyle. That's really big. And everyone's saying Mario Party's back. They just wish they added a few little things, and they don't like using only the Joy-Cons, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
It. I told you this, Kyle, before it came out. I thought it was great. I like the games with the Joy-Con. There's not one game I played where I'm like, I wish I could use a controller. No, it all works smooth. And no one has an advantage. No one has, I think it's perfect. So I'm real proud for Mario Party, and this is big to me. And my game is under it, which is Assassin's Creed Origins, my Game of the Year nominee until Red Dead comes out. And that's another great game, but Mario Party sold more, and they came out the same day. So that says a lot. That says a whole lot.
I agree, and I was wrong. I will say that about the only using the Joy-Con, because at first you remember me, I was like, I wish I could use a controller and stuff, but I have to agree. Just using the Joy-Cons itself is perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. They're really utilizing that HD rumble in this one.
It's so cool too. It's so cool.
Oh, it's great. I feel like they haven't really utilized the HD rumble since 1-2 Switch.
Yeah.
Like to this emphasis. Mm-hmm. It just felt like, for a while, it's just going to be another, little cool, whatever, but not a huge emphasis on it. They really emphasized the HD rumble with this, and I love that aspect of it.
Yep.
Some people, when they do their reviews, I've watched a few reviews, and some people are like, it's a good Mario Party, but just falls short. And I'm like, I disagree, only because this Mario Party goes back to the old school ways, but brings a new aspect into the game as far as how the HD rumble works.
I agree.
And it's fantastic. I really like it. Using the Joy-Cons, even when you put the wrist strap on it, I've always said this. Even when you put the wrist strap on it, it works perfectly fine with any game.
Yep.
With the Joy-Con. So all you have to do, if you have an issue with just using the Joy-Con, grab a wrist strap, put it on, and it works just fine.
It becomes a Wii controller almost.
Yeah, it pretty much becomes a Wii controller at that point, just enhanced.
I had people over my house last weekend, that are bigger than me or bigger than you, and they have gorilla hands, and they're sitting there playing it fine. So to me, we didn't even have wristbands, Kyle. Like, I let people use my Joy-Cons, and I didn't want to do it because I'm like, I don't want this thing flinging all over the place. But the other thing I like that they do is when you go swing hard or swing wide, it will stop. You'll see a big sign pop up in front of the screen saying you're swinging too wide. So they're really safe about that. They don't want your Joy-Con breaking your TV. And they tell you, put the wristband on. But if you don't have it,
Yeah.
and if you swing like real wide, it tells you you're swinging too wide, and it stays on the screen while you're playing the mini game. You're sitting there like, oh, I can't see. It's like, this is a reminder so you dummies don't do that again. So I love it, and I brought these sales up because Assassin's Creed is still a multi-platform game. Mega Man 11 is still a multi-platform game. Mario Party is only on the Switch, and it's sold more than both of those. That is big. That is really, really big.
That is big. You know, adding Mario obviously to any game will give it a little push. Obviously, but again, this is Mario Party. Mario Party's been a staple for years now.
And I agree with you, Cal. It had that classic vibe back, man, of just playing an actual board game with your family and your friends. You're actually playing a board game. You actually use strategy. You're not all sharing turns and all that. And the Dice Block edition was phenomenal. Everyone having a special dice block so your characters actually mean something now. It's cool, man. Like I said, everyone's giving it an 8. I'm at a 9 right now for the game. I probably won't go no higher, no lower. I'm at a solid 9, and I think it's a really great game. Sleeping game of the year, like a sleeper game that no one thought was going to be good.
I don't think it'll win Game of the Year.
No, not Game of the Year. I'm saying it's a sleeper game. Like if there was a category for
I got you.
A game that people were like, I'll play it when it comes out. This game is that game that was like, oh, I'll see what happens. Then when they play this, like, oh, hold up. I'm actually enjoying this game. Okay. And Assassin's Creed, this is the best-selling Assassin's Creed for opening ever. So, and Mario Party beat that. But this is the best opening sale for Assassin's Creed. So, big news, big news.
Big news. Big news, Mario Party. As far as my rating, see, I'm gonna try to go away from the number system, just because I watched. I'll say like this. Shout out to What's Good Games. I watched an episode one time, and they were like, you know, the rating system with numbers kind of sucks now because it can deter a lot of people away, depending on just like looking at a score.
Yeah.
And and we've said it numerous times on the show, 7s deter people away from the game.
Yeah, that's true.
And to me, I've always looked at a 7 like it's still above average.
Yeah.
It's still good. So 6, I mean, you're kind of pushing it, but you're not really pushing it.
Yeah.
Like you could still play it. It's not gonna be the greatest game, but then like once you get to the 5s, that's when you're like, okay.
I feel like 5 and down just automatically sucks. Even if 5's halfway, I feel like it just sucks if it's 5.
Yeah, if it's a 5, then it's not gonna be worth your while. If it's anything lower than a 5, forget it, obviously. But you know, like 6, you can kind of push it. You can still possibly play it, and some people may like it, some people won't. More than likely won't. But at the same time, it's like 7s are deterring people, and that's why I'm like, I can't. The number system is just ruining everything.
So you would
for me.
You're saying you would rather letter grade this?
I would rather even like letter grade. Like if I said, "Oh, it's a C," people would still be like, "Oh, it's only a C." Oh, why isn't it a B or an A?
Yeah.
So like, I don't even want to do letter grade. I don't even want to do number grade.
Okay.
At this point, it would just be like, "What do I recommend it?" Yeah, I would put it like a thumb system. Let's put it that way. So if I give it like a thumbs up, that means it's good and I recommend it. If I give it like 2 thumbs up, that means you should definitely go get the game. And then like if I give it like a thumbs down, it's, you know, it was disappointing for me, but you know, it's not a horrible game. Yeah. But then 2 thumbs down is just forget it.
It's hard because a rating system, regardless, depending on how, some people say buy, some people say like whenever I'm in a movie theater. If a trailer's going on, I do this every time we're at a movie theater. My family dies every time. We're at a theater with a whole bunch of people. When they show a trailer to a movie, I will say at the end of the preview, Redbox movie, if I think it's going to be, like, go see that in the Redbox. Don't waste your time. If it's a movie theater, I'll say, oh, we're going to go hit that up. If it's a decent movie, oh, real bad movie, I'm like, wait for Netflix, like, louder. People always laugh at that. And it's hard to come up with a review system because
right.
A thumbs up to some people is like, okay, good. But if you give even a close to a thumbs down, it's like, I don't want to see that. You know, that's why I always tell people my opinion.
So maybe I would just be like, you know, 2 thumbs up is go get it. Thumbs up is it's good. And then maybe I'll do like a thumb to the side or something.
Yeah. Like sideways is like, it's your choice. And then thumbs down is like.
And then thumbs down is like, I don't recommend. And then like the 2 thumbs down is don't even think about getting it at all.
So Kyle's going the Ebert and Rupert style.
Boom. I'm so innovative with thumbs up and thumbs down.
Hey, whatever works.
No, it works for me.
Would
I
you,
don't
so
care.
would
It
you
works
tell
for me.
people? Would you tell people buy this game, wait to buy it, or like red box it? What would you say about it?
Oh, actually, I like that.
Really?
I like that one. It'd be like, must buy. Another one would be like, hold off.
Wait for the clearance.
Wait for the clearance sale. And then, and be like, you can play it if you want, but, I don't recommend it. And then the other one is do not buy this game at all.
What would you say with Mario Party?
Mario Party, I would say, I give it a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a thumbs up. I like it. I like not all the mini games. Like all the mini games aren't great.
They're
I mean, they're.
I don't know, Kyle. That's debatable. These are some good games, man.
Well, no, there are good mini games, but then there are some where I'm like, yeah,
I like
no.
I like anyone that involves, like you said earlier, the Rumble thing. Any game that involves that, I think it's phenomenal. Like phenomenal, man.
Utilizing the Joy-Con to its full potential. Those mini games, those are the ones I like. Mm-hmm. Like the one that I don't know if you played this one, where you have to like zoom in and zoom out to clear up the Goomba and stuff. Like you have to tilt it back. See, I like stuff like that because it's really utilizing it. Yep. But like there'll be games where it's like you have to memorize the pattern. Like, okay, I've done that, and like, there are some stupid ones, and I'm just like, no. Like, why did you even make that one? But I mean, they're not all good, but there are very good ones in the game. So I recommend it. I love the fact they went back to old school with a new twist. So I give it a thumbs up. I recommend it. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to tell people go out and buy it now. Yeah. But, because there will be a lot of people that's like, well, this disappointing and stuff. Like, I won't say that, but I do recommend it. And if you are thinking about buying it, I would say, then buy it.
Get it. I agree with everything you just said on that.
So that is my opinion. I'm sticking to it on that. So now getting into the other next subject at hand. This involves your company.
Yes, it does.
Microsoft's Project X Cloud.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that you have done lots of research on this.
A lot of research, only because before this was even announced, I was telling you in advance, there was a show we talked about this way back. Yeah. Way back. And I had mentioned when Xbox announced the PC. Actually, now that I think about it, I had said to you in Van that it was when Chris was on the show. But now I think about it, no, it was you, because I remember I was telling you in Van because we were talking about the Windows 10 crossing and all that stuff. Like, why are they doing Xbox is allowing PC to get their games with the Game Pass and all this stuff?
Right.
So I remember I had said that I think that Microsoft has what's called a Surface tablet we're all aware of. And they also have the power. They have all these connections. It's not hard for them to do what's about to happen. So Project X, to make a long story short and a really complicated story short, they're trying to make it where you can play your Xbox games on any platform, like meaning cell phone, tablet, computer, anywhere. So that little Xbox Play Anywhere thing, remember I told you in Van, I feel that when they say Xbox Play Anywhere, like Gears of War 4 became Xbox Play Anywhere and some of these other games.
Yep.
That was them already letting us know this is the direction they're going. Because I kept trying to understand, why are they giving these games to PC? Like, what is going on? And I'm still not happy with that. But I started saying, why is PC getting them games? Then Game Pass comes out, and PC gets Game Pass. And I'm just like, dude, this is crossing the line. Then the phones get Xbox Game Pass app. So I'm like, okay, this is starting. Like, right now you can download the Game Pass app. You can't play games on it. It's just to control your library. But to me, I'm just like, come on now. This is something deeper to this. The only issue with this right now is they got to figure out the latency problem. That's the only thing they got to figure out, because almost everything else, they know what they're doing. So they showed a little preview. I believe you watched it, Kyle, because you shared the article anyway, where they showed like someone playing off of a tablet screen, and they were using the screen as controllers.
Yes.
Me, I would never do that. I would never ever use my tablet to play Xbox.
No.
I would never use my phone to play Xbox.
Nope.
Unless the little prototype thing that's been going around and the little images people will make it up where it's the Xbox controller and you have a clip on it that holds up your phone in front of you and you hold it like this. So it becomes like, your phone becomes like a system pretty much. Your Xbox controller is held. I can't get it. There's images all over the place, but I can't pull it up on here because I don't know how to do the computer. But if that's the case, that's the only way, Kyle, I can mess with it. Personally. Is this a good idea? Yes. Nintendo has shown us that it works. Xbox and PlayStation started the whole Vita. It failed. Nintendo did it, and it's one of the biggest things ever. And there's been a whole bunch of times Xbox and, I should say, Microsoft and Sony has copied Nintendo's moves. And when I say that with motion controls, the Kinect PlayStation Move. You know what I mean? Doing the new controllers. Like, it's just out there. Anybody can say what they want to say, but it's plain as day. So they see, and Phil Spencer sees it, he loves Nintendo. But understand, Phil Spencer loves Nintendo. This is a guy that's been saying, I would love to see Banjo and Smash. And this is his words. So, with them doing this, if you think they're not biting off of Nintendo, hell yeah, they are. But for people to be able to play Xbox on their phones, and for people to be able to play Xbox on their tablets, on the go, I can't bring my Xbox on the go. How's it going to run? Is it going to be lagging? How bad is it going to lag? Can I play online? All those things are questions we need answers to, but at the same time, the Switch shows us that it works, and the online doesn't have to be. As long as you get to McDonald's, you can play a game. I mean, so with Xbox being such an online platform, Kyle, my only fear comes into, right now I can't even play my Xbox offline without going to settings and saying go in offline mode. And then if they're digitally downloaded, sometimes they don't even work unless they're online. I need to know what the plan is with this. Do I trust Microsoft with this? Yes. Am I scared? Yes. But at the same time, it's a good move, but it's a scary move. That, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just like, I want to see what you think about it, because I'm going to talk about my system. I'm happy at what they're doing. I am happy at this because it's portable. I hate that I can't play Gears on the go. Or I hate that right now, if I go to the hospital, like when I went with my mother the other day, and I'm in the hospital for 19 hours straight, only thing I can play is my Switch. I can't play Assassin's Creed and catch up. I can't play Mega Man, like Kyle just said, and catch up. So if they can do it with multi-plats, work with this also, that's major. If it's only Xbox exclusive, it's not that big. But if it's, or say if it's only Game Pass games, that's okay. But if it's multi-plat, that's big, because then you get people that playing Call of Duty, playing all the games on PlayStation. You get them to say, oh, I can play my Red Dead Redemption on the go. I got to get the Xbox now. So the other question, Kyle, is this just a Game Pass only thing? Or is this a multi-platform thing with the, or is this a multi-platform gaming on the Xbox that you can bring it on the go? A lot of questions, Kyle. A lot of questions.
So one of the things that it says in the article that I posted in Asana right at the gate is them joining Google and NVIDIA in this untapped avenue of gaming.
Mm-hmm. That's big.
Yeah, that's huge.
NVIDIA's
And
big.
what did we say? I think it was last week about who's running the show, pretty much running the show as far as gaming goes with Google. So, and he's got a connection with Xbox.
Yeah, that's true.
So as far as business-wise, this is a good move.
Yeah.
This is a good move for Microsoft. This is a move that I think they needed to do, business-wise. Now, the gaming part of me comes into play on this. Do I want to play Gears of War on my tablet? No.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound right. Do I want to play it on my cell phone? Probably not. Probably not. Because here's the thing that is concerning me. If you want to play on the cell phone, you have that clip with you. You have to bring an Xbox controller with you everywhere you go. That's the thing. You have to bring a Xbox controller with you on the go. Now, unless they build something that can be a carrying case for your phone and your controller,
that would be dope.
Then, okay, that'll work. That'll work. But if they don't, now you got a loose Xbox controller with your cell phone, and more than likely you want in your pocket but now you're gonna have an Xbox controller. Where are you putting that?
Yeah.
So, unless you have a man bag, you ain't putting it anywhere. You ain't gonna put an Xbox controller in your pocket.
Kyle, that would be
anything
dope.
like
I didn't
that.
think about that. That like how you got the Elite controller. If they made a bag like that, but with a cell phone pouch,
Yep.
that would be dope.
If they made something like that, yeah. Like if they made something like this,
That
and it
would
was
be dope.
hardcover. That thing is super protected.
Yeah.
It would work fine.
That'd be dope.
But that's the other thing too. Like, I have an Elite controller. I'm gonna bring my Elite controller with me. I'm not gonna use a normal Xbox controller. I would want to use an Elite controller with my stuff. But now I gotta drag around a pretty much $150 controller with me all over the place. So now it's like, I mean, but again, the Switch is $300, so you're bringing a $300 item around with you too. So it kind of defeats the purpose of it. But at the same time, the Switch is a little more portable. Some people can fit it in their pocket,
Yeah.
which is actually shocking to me, but I wouldn't do it. But the carrying cases are nice because it has a handle on it on a lot of them. And those are just like the material on the Elite controllers
Yeah.
cases. So I'd have to see more to me. One sec. Blue ZKZ, thank you for the follow on Mixer. Appreciate that very much. Welcome to the show. We're getting back to xCloud. It's a we'll see thing because like I've tried playing games on a tablet and I can't do it. I can't do it just because of the touch controls and everything on it. Like I need a controller to play Gears of War.
I agree.
I need a controller to play Halo. I need a controller to play Red Dead. Like I'm not playing that on a tablet. That's why I will never play Fortnite on a friggin' tablet.
Yeah.
Because it's like, come on.
I agree.
Like it's good. It's good. A lot of people do play it, and I'm not knocking them for playing it. It's just I ain't gonna do it because touch controls kind of suck. Like the worst thing trying to play on a touchpad is a fighting game. I've tried. I've tried.
No.
It's
no.
horrible, and I would never do it again. But to me, it's a we'll see.
I agree.
It's a we'll see thing because again, this just got announced. So I'm not going to put my stamp of disapproval or approval just yet. So we'll see. It's just like when the Nintendo came out last week and said they're going to update their Switch. They literally just announced it. We don't know anything about it yet. So
We gotta wait and see.
we'll see.
Yep.
We'll know more probably. I don't know when we're going to be waiting. We might have to wait till E3 next year
Oh yeah.
about this.
That would
So
make sense. I mean, why push it before then? But Nintendo does weird stuff like that, so maybe.
But they might push it before then. But again, we'll see. It's again, business wise, I'll say it again, business wise, it was a really good move. So good for Xbox. Good for Xbox right now. I think they're doing some positive things.
I feel, Kyle, if it does work as far as multi-platform games, then this is major. Like this is groundbreaking major only because
Oh yeah.
then you have the option to play AAA games that are coming out on the go. That is significant.
That is very significant. If they do bring in third party and they get some sort of deal with the third party companies to do this, this is gonna complete 180 turn everything until PlayStation decides to do their own portable thing, which they kind of already have done as far as the patent that came out. And then I saw another report, which I don't think I brought it up on the. I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. Apparently, an article came out and they were saying, PlayStation 5 could have a tablet or some sort of thing that's an on-the-go thing.
Oh, God.
I saw an article. Somebody showed one of my PlayStation buddies showed me an article about that. And I'm like, well, that's the patent that they showed about a year ago.
They can't do that. Don't do that, PlayStation. Don't become. Listen,
everybody's gonna do it. Like I've said it before, I'll say it again, and if people want to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. And I know everybody does it with each other, but for the most part, for the most part, people are normally stealing ideas from Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I'm being dead serious about this.
They just do it. It's just PlayStation and Xbox have. PlayStation does it more. Don't get me wrong. PlayStation does it a lot more, but they both do it because they know they have the power that Nintendo doesn't. So they're like, oh, we'll do the same thing, and then it usually fails. PlayStation Move and Xbox Connect were bad.
PlayStation Move was, when it first came out, was bad, but I will say this: they're still using it for VR.
Yeah.
At this point, so
VR.
Yeah. Oh my god! Never mind. I got distracted. I saw the stream and I'm like, oh my god! I see two of me. I don't know if you want to try to switch the screen on that one.
I don't know. I kind of don't want to because I don't want to mess that up.
You don't want to. Oh my god! Like, all right, so you'll get double of me then.
I'm about to say there's nothing wrong with seeing Kyle twice. The heck?
Yeah, twice is nice.
Say it's your twin, man. The heck? So we gotta roll into the next topic since we would talk about Nintendo a little bit, Kyle. And
so that's where I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit. I know how to segue.
Oh yeah.
On things,
Hey, I usually leave that to you.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, speaking of Nintendo, so the NES library has now added 4 new games to its library. One of them I have an issue with. Major issue with. But I will announce these right now. And if you get confused with one of them, I'll explain it to you in a minute. So, the 4 games that were announced were NES Open Tournament Golf, which is a very hard golf game, by the way. That game is stupidly hard. Solomon's Key, which is an older Tecmo game that I never played. I like Tecmo, so I'll try that. Super Dodgeball. I played a lot of Super Dodgeball. I don't know if you have.
I love Super Dodgeball.
Super Dodgeball is fantastic. And then the final game, and no, you're not hearing this wrong, is Legend of Zelda. Now, you're thinking, probably some people are thinking, now, wait a minute. Zelda was already on there. Apparently, they came out with the Legend of Zelda SP edition.
And I'm guessing
now, normally, SP is just the abbreviation for what word?
Special.
Special. Well, this is special, just not in a good way at all.
Special edition.
Oh, wow.
You like that? Special edition.
Especially with the yeah, I see you. I see you on that. I see you.
I took a picture out of Kyle's book.
Wow. Very witty. I love it. So yes, the special edition, or as I like to call it, easy mode. Good God. So I was at work today, and I was working in a very small office, doesn't get a lot of traffic, so I had time to play my Switch.
Uh-oh.
And I wanted to check this Legend of Zelda SP edition out.
Uh-oh.
My God, I could fall asleep playing this game, and it would be so easy.
Oh, my
Holy moly.
They really did that?
Oh, they did that. So let's put it this way. When you start the game up, not only do you have a big shield to start off with, you have the white sword to start off with. They didn't go stupidly easy where you got the very strong Master Sword in the end of the original Zelda game. No, they gave you the white sword to start off with. Not only that, they gave you the blue ring to start off with.
Oh, my God.
So now you're like, oh, well, now I can take a bunch of hits because it's usually you can't get the blue ring until what, dungeon? I mean, I've gotten it like before dungeon 2 because I just grinded and got rupees. But you start off with that. And speaking of rupees, segue, you start off with 255 rupees, which is the max. Okay. Which also, that is your bow and arrow ammo, which you also start off with the arrow. But you don't get the bow. You have to find the bow.
Oh, wow.
So you actually have to do something. You also start off with 8 bombs. Okay. And you also start off with 9 keys.
Wow.
You literally can have those 9 keys and like stay at 9 the whole game.
That's ridiculous.
And, like, I didn't finish it because I got to a point I was like, this is just freaking ridiculous. Like, this is just ridiculous.
Stupid, that's stupid.
Now, I will say this. When you go in the dungeons, you do have to find the specific dungeon item that is in there. But I'm like, I got through 3 dungeons and I went, oh my God. I could play this blindfolded and I wouldn't die. It was just holy moly easy. So, like, if you guys are really bad, if you're a person that's really bad at Zelda, yeah, just play this edition. You'll be fine.
If you need to play that edition, Kyle, you shouldn't be playing Zelda because Zelda does not get easier from there.
No.
As the franchise goes, it does not get easier.
No, they couldn't have made it any easier for you to play the original Legend of Zelda. The only reason why I play is because I've beaten Zelda so many times. It's not even funny. The only thing I will say is this will only benefit when you get to the second quest. Because literally the second quest is impossible unless you cheat. And go through walkthroughs and look through walkthroughs. Because it's the second quest is impossible. I've beaten it, but again, I had to go through a walkthrough to beat it. Because like some of the dungeons that you have to find, like I would have never thought where they would be. So it might work for the second quest and make it easier, but for the first, but you have to get through the first quest. And good God, if you don't beat that within like, well, I mean, I didn't beat it in 30 minutes. You're not going to beat it in 30 minutes, but if you don't beat that game without dying, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so first off, the special ed edition.
Yes.
I was special ed in school for math, and the one thing that special ed does is it teaches us how to break down something that we normally can't break down. Not because we're stupid or anything. It's just because some people have a different way. To make this game, it should be called the special ed edition, and all the stuff that Kyle just said that they added to this. I would have loved this back when I was younger, because when I was younger, it was hard for me to beat. But now, being a grown man, like, did they make this for kids to be able to beat? Like, I don't like that.
Not to interrupt, I just gotta point out Mixer right now. Papaya Man 1258 and Cassie 1992. Thank you both for the follows. We appreciate it very much. Welcome to the show. If you have any opinions on the new Legend of Zelda edition, if you've played it, please let us know. But continue.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I don't even want to talk about Zelda because to me, I just can't believe they made it. Like, I heard about it, Kyle, and I seen it breaking news on my phone, never looked at it. Because I heard that you start off with the rubies. And I was just like, when I finally found that I had the rupees, I was already like, oh, God. And I didn't even look into it. But when you just said all the stuff you just said, I'm so glad I didn't touch that game now. So glad.
Oh! Guess who's on Mixer right now? Who? Andre, say hi to Dwoli. He said Legend of Zelda, what's that? The game that's sitting in your house right now that you've had for over a year, the special edition. So when you get in that Switch, Dwoli. Anyway.
Kyle, you should have given me a Switch instead of your PS4.
Probably should have, right? No, there's a crack on the back of that. I wouldn't know. It works fine, but no, it's fine. You hush, Eggplant. No, you can't hush me right now, Dwoli. You can't hush me. But anyway, we must move on. So the next subject, the very interesting one that I just learned about today, before Nintendo ceases to exist, my best guess. Oh my God. Exactly. So breaking news. I heard about this. It was earlier today. The Toys R Us comeback update. Yeah, I don't know if you read anything about this.
I did.
I know you. I showed you the article. I did. So Toys R Us is coming back now under a new name and new concept. And Dwole, thank you for the host. Appreciate that, good sir. So anyway, the latest update in the fall, I'm going to read a little bit of the article. Latest update in the fall and rise of Toys R Us has been revealed, with the brand coming back with a new concept. Rather than work as their own large independent stores, the company will be operating within existing stores. While none of those host locations were specified, a name that did come up was the new name for the shop within a shops which is called Jeffrey's Toy Box. Yep. The company is aiming to set these up come November, just in time for the holiday shopping season, bringing products and their dedicated toy focus back to consumers.
Kyle.
Would you like to go first?
I would love to go first.
Oh, I will. You know what? By all means, go ahead.
I'm going to hurt a lot of people when I say this, Kyle.
Wait, hold on. Is it weird, Dwolin said, is it weird that when I heard that, I thought of Duncan's toy chest from Home Alone 2? Oh, good reference.
Hey, Duncan's toy chest would have been better than Jeffrey's toy chest. Jeffrey's toy chest sounds like a horror movie. Duncan's toy chest reminds you of Home Alone. So
exactly. It sounds great. And also, Papaya Man, thank you for the host. I also appreciate that as well. Thank you.
Let me tell you something.
But go ahead, Andre. I must hear this rant.
I don't usually do this.
You do sometimes.
But when I rant, I rant.
Yeah, but when I say Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm going to pray for you, Kyle. So this is what my issue with this is. The name's already god awful. I just found that out just now, so that kind of stopped my heart for a minute.
Oh.
But I'm going to say something, Kyle, that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Toys R Us, nobody cares about no more. And the reason I say that, Kyle, is listen to, before you.
No, I'm listening.
Toys R Us became unfair ever since it was first invented for us, and the reason I can tell you that is because we didn't have Walmart in them like we got now, right? But one thing about Toys R Us you can guarantee is they will be the highest priced place to get a toy from because they can do that. You can go to Toys R Us and get a Nerf gun, and the Nerf gun is going to be full price. You go to Walmart, it's going to be $20 cheaper than what Toys R Us is selling. Toys R Us already started being expensive. This situation, Kyle, I'm comparing this to something else. This situation with Toys R Us is the same thing as Twinkies. Remember when Twinkies left and everyone said, "Oh my God,
yep,
Twinkies, why?" In all honesty, people were just like, that's a part of my childhood. So it hurt losing Twinkies. It hurt seeing something from my childhood leave. Same thing with Toys R Us. Seeing Toys R Us leave was like, oh my God. I used to go in there when I was little, and I used to always point to this toy and say, "Mommy, can you get this? Daddy, can you get this?" And they never got the toy from there because it was too expensive. And if they did get the toy from there, it was one, compared to being at Walmart where you can get 6 to 7 toys. Just saying. And Kmart back then, because Kmart was bigger than Walmart, because Walmart wasn't there yet, Kmart was the store. And Kmart had the toys cheaper than Toys R Us did. And it was only because they knew they could do that, and I don't like it. So Toys R Us I put in the same category as Twinkies. People like them. And there's a few select few people that love them and obsess over them. But when they left, people made this big complaint. And guess what, Kyle? They came back to the shelves, and no one gets Twinkies. Nobody gets Twinkies. Everyone may get the new fudge-covered ones they make, or the banana-flavored ones they make, or the orange Halloween ones they got out right now. Yes, they are banana-flavored Twinkies, Kyle. And people may get those, but no one, when Twinkies came back, said, "Oh, my God, let's go to get..." No. It was just like, we talked all that trash because it's our childhood, Kyle. If right now they said, we're going to shut down friggin' McDonald's, McDonald's is our childhood. And right now we'd be like, oh, God, I can't believe McDonald's is gone, even if you don't like it or you do like it. If McDonald's and Burger King's got shut down and they made some new burger spots, whatever they do, we're going to rant. Please bring it back. Please bring it back. Because it's a part of what we grew up having. Toys R Us was a 90s thing. Like, it was before that, but it was a 90s thing. Everyone in the 90s knew Toys R Us. We can get Digivices, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all the toys, everything. Tamagotchis, Kyle. Dude, I got to get deep with it. But you got a Tamagotchi, it costs $70 probably at Toys R Us. When you get a Tamagotchi at Kmart, that was like $25, $30. It was a big difference, Kyle. I'm just saying, Toys R Us to me and them bringing it back, it's unfair because guess what? When Jeffrey's Toy Box comes back, sounds like a really bad name, by the way, people are going to go there and say, I can't believe it. But watch them prices be higher than your local Super Walmart just because it is the brand of Toys R Us. So that is my rant for Toys R Us and Jeffrey's Toy Box. And they'll probably only do it for the holiday season like they do the stores in the mall that you think are going to be there forever. And they're only there for 2 months, and then right after the season goes by, it's no longer a store. It's an empty space for lease.
It's possible. It is possible. Let me just catch up with Dwoley on the chat. I mean, this is Dwolin. where I will agree with Andre, I don't have that attachment with Toys R Us we did when we were kids. Where Toys R Us messed up is when they started outsourcing to Amazon, and now look where Amazon is. I agree with that.
That's true.
That's why they lost business. He also says it hurt losing Ninja Turtle pies as well. Ninja Turtle pies back in the day. I love it's true nobody gets the regular Twinkies anymore, and they don't taste the same. I also agree with that. And he's loving the Tamagotchi reference there, Andre. He said, my man.
It's true, dude. I'm not lying. We're around the same age. We all know what we grew up having. And
Yep.
I'm just being real. I see a lot of people, my friends on Facebook, and the reason I'm so upset about it, because they're all, when Toys R Us got shut down, they were all on Facebook. I can't believe it. This is, let's go get the tiki torches. But in all honesty, you're just sitting there like, do you think of the last time you really shopped at Toys R Us? Like, I'd like, let it pop in your mind. First off, there was only like 8 that was still up. Blockbusters. Me and Kyle worked there. I love Blockbusters. Blockbuster, every day I say bring back the movies. I miss going to a movie store to get my movies. But if Blockbusters came back, I'll probably do it for maybe 2 weeks and be like, it's easier being in the house when a snowstorm or negative 20 degrees and go on Netflix or get a Redbox movie than going to the store and having to bring back a movie in a certain amount of time. So to me, that's how I look at it. Blockbusters is our childhood. Kyle, you worked there. I worked there. I love Blockbusters. I represented it. But if they brought back one now, I think it'll be hyped for maybe a month, and then it'll go right back down, and people will be like, what the hell is Blockbuster?
Yeah, so, I mean, as far as, like, Blockbuster goes, like, Blockbuster wouldn't even... you couldn't bring it back. Because with all the streaming services that you have now, rental stores are obsolete, except for in certain countries.
Yep.
So there's no possible... they'd be like, oh, good. And then it would be hyped for... I wouldn't even say a week. It'd be hyped for a day. And then done. Because, again, people are now accustomed to shopping online.
Amazon. That's what Amazon's for.
And I deal with it almost every day with them packages. I've never seen a singular company like Amazon with so many packages that I deal with every day. Yep. Not to talk about my job, but, I get 3 pallets just straight Amazon, and that's one company.
That's so crazy, man.
Where I'll get something from FedEx, and it's 1 pallet. Yep. Like, it's unbelievable.
I'm telling you.
And people are just now being accustomed. This is why I think in 5 years that everybody's just going to be a hermit and just shop online. Which is bad. Yes. I mean, like, get out of the house, guys.
I agree, Kyle.
Get off Amazon. I mean, we do this, but we're not on this all the time.
That's why Black Friday sales been dropping, because people are doing all online Black Friday sales now.
Yep. Which is good and bad at the same time. Just because, people aren't trampling over people anymore and stuff, and just, being safe at home. Yep. But, because the area is so remote. I just got to catch up with Duoli quick. Yes, that nostalgia. We've been catered to too much by technology. Yes, absolutely, Duoli. Because the area is so remote, they have... Oh, yeah. I think Alaska has one of the very few Blockbusters in the country because the area is so remote and they have no internet. Yes, that is true. That is where one of the very few Blockbusters that are still left are still in existence right now in Alaska. So getting back to Toys R Us. Not the news that I was expecting. I mean, for me personally, like, I still did shop. I mean, I agree that they overcharged everything. Yeah. They did overcharge all your stuff. But I will say Toys R Us, when I was collecting all those amiibos, was huge. Yeah. Because normally they had the biggest selection of amiibos. Mm-hmm. Like, I could go... If I went to Walmart, I go to Walmart and Best Buy right now, there are nothing.
There's nothing there.
Nothing when it involves like anything like Amiibo, Skylander, anything like that. There is nothing there. Yeah. But Toys R Us, I could depend on because they always had a very huge selection of Amiibo. Oh, yeah. Like some I may not have had, some may might be interested in getting. Like it was very, very good. I would go to different Toys R Us's to get them and stuff. So it to me, I get the whole, store within a store thing now because they did just file bankruptcy and they're not going to have those individual stores that they did, because that would, one, piss off a lot of former employees, which that's originally what a lot of former employees were tweeting them saying, give me back my job, because they were coming back. But, we didn't hear any details about it at the time. But, like, I have a friend that did work at Toys R Us. He was there for years and years and years. And when they shut down, like, now he's out of a job. I mean, he's probably collecting unemployment, which is good, but he had a nice, good job there.
They should have first option, Kyle, to be able to get right back in, depending where they're built.
What'd you say?
The people that got laid off from Toys R Us,
yeah,
they should have first option to just be able to go right back into Jeffrey's toy box, depending where it's built.
Yeah, but see, the whole store within the store, that means they're putting Jeffrey's toy box in bigger stores.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Meaning, like, Walmart.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they'll put it in a Walmart or a Target. Probably not a Best Buy, but they'll put it in stores like that, where they sell toys.
So Walmart's going to end up getting it. Let's just...
Probably, yeah. Walmart's probably going to get it. So I don't know if Amazon's going to have anything to do with this.
Probably.
They probably will. They'll probably have their own little section on Amazon for Jeffrey's toy box. So, it's not good news, but it's I don't know. It's meh news.
I just think it's whatever news. Like you just said, man. Like, to me, it's the same thing as Twinkies, and that's why I stand with it. And I agree with you. There were certain Nerf guns. When I was really big into Nerf guns, which I wasn't little at this time, I was like a year ago. I used to have I used to rent out a building, and me and my friends would have a Nerf gun matchup. Like, we played Gears of War style, but with Nerf guns. So, like, you get hit, you kneel down, and the person had to come and touch you. Like, we played like Gears with Nerf guns. So we had to get limited edition ones that only Toys R Us had. But those things were like $65. But you couldn't get it at Walmart for $40. Walmart would have a $45, but you couldn't get it because they were always sold out. So I get that, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's going to be an Amazon thing. I agree with you, Kyle. I think Amazon's going to end up getting a little section, and there you go.
Well, I mean, they did say store within a store, so I'm going to assume that it's going to be inside some sort of store, Walmart, Target, stuff like that. And Dwolin says, one thing I gave Toys R Us, their selection was usually pretty spot on. I agree with that. And yeah, it's going to be kind of like a store within a mall kind of idea type thing. Like, it won't be a separate store, like, or it might be. They might do something like that, Dolly. They might have like a Jeffrey's toy box inside of a mall. They might do something like that. What we'll see. Apparently, we'll see in a month, because apparently they're trying to get this out in November for the holiday season. How they're going to do that, I have no idea.
I mean, listen, I'm a holiday guy. I love Christmas time. I love the gifts. I love all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm cool. I would love to bring my kids into something like Toys R Us. Like, when we were younger, it was cool to see all that stuff. But it ain't cool when your wallet can't afford a $3,000 toy selection that would be like $500 at Walmart. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm glad they're doing something with toys, because we do live in an era where toys aren't as useful or as big anymore. Now, it's all tablets and technology.
Yeah, so. Pretty much. Dolan says, I was just thinking of it's pretty much going to be, it could be just like the Disney stores. It could be just like the Disney stores. But we will have to see what they plan on doing with the whole Jeffrey's toy box thing. As long as they have a huge selection of Amiibo, I'll be there. But anyway. So those were the subcategories for today, because we didn't even get to, we're getting to the main topic now. This is how much that we have opinions on everything.
A lot to talk about.
So the main topic for this week, we discussed this a couple weeks back because we wanted to do a show about it. Yeah. And I was like, a lot of stuff that didn't come out this week, but so let's do it. So we're going to talk about bad games that we have played through.
Do you want to do a top 3 list, Kyle?
Or just bad games in general. We can do that as well. Yeah. We can do a top 3.
I know it's hard because there's a lot of bad games we probably both played, but
like
a top 3 is easy to come away, only because if you had to weigh out, we could talk all day about bad games. That's why I figured, and I know what we're both going to pick as number 1 because we're similar. But
Dwally's going to love this subject.
So
I'm sure I can guess one of eggplants.
Yeah.
We'll get to it,
Yes.
maybe. But Andre, go ahead.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Kyle, this isn't going to be my number 1, but it's going to be yours.
Yep.
Maybe. And then the question is getting through the game, and I had to get through this unbearable game being such a big fan of the franchise. We both love this franchise. You have the controller next to you now.
Oh, I do?
Gears
I don't know what you're talking
War.
about as I hide it behind my back.
Gears of War Judgment was one of the worst games I have ever played the entire game through, including Kyle. Don't kill me for this. Almost all the achievements.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yes, I know.
Whoa.
I know, Kyle. I know, Kyle. I know.
Whoa.
Kyle, don't be mad at me. Listen.
Oh my God!
Listen, Kyle. I was feeding for your Gears game, man. I needed something.
Woo!
I needed something.
You must have been, like in denial or had withdrawals. Oh my God!
I did. I needed Gears, Kyle. I mean, I needed something to fill my Gears spirit.
Apparently so.
Not happy about that. I only missed 2 achievements. That's how much I kind of played Judgment.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Whoo! You have major withdrawals. Woohoo! Wow.
That's my number 3, Kyle. Go ahead.
Okay, so my number 3. Some people might not agree with this, but it is an older game, and I didn't realize it was a certain franchise until later on. My number 3 is Mega Man 64.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna say it like this.
That was painful.
I'm gonna say it like this. Come to find out, years later, I didn't realize that it was the Mega Man Legends series. Because I initially bought Mega Man 64 thinking it was a Mega Man game. Like a Mega Man game, not a Mega Man Legends thing. Some people probably disagree with me on this. I didn't like it, though. It was a major deter to Mega Man. As far as me being a huge Mega Man fan, because I'm very, very traditional when it comes to Mega Man stuff. A lot of people love the Legend series. I thought it was because I was just like, who the hell is Tron Bon was so annoying throughout the whole freaking game. And the names were Tron Bon and Bon and literally like any Bon you can think of. Chocolate Bon. There was no Chocolate Bon. But I just, no. I didn't like it. I was not a fan of Mega Man Legends. So, Mega Man 64, number 3 for me. I played through it and I was like, oh, God. So anyway, Andre, number 2.
Mega Man 64 is bad, Kyle. That should be on my list. I really hated that game.
It was bad.
Number
I didn't
2,
like it.
Kyle. Since you want to stay in the 64 category, it's funny that we have a 64 game. We both have a 64 game on our list because we both love 64. But that doesn't mean they make bad games. And one of those bad games took my heart away from me because I liked the game throughout. Then at the end, I realized this game sucks. And there wasn't a sequel, and thank God there wasn't. Glover for Nintendo 64.
Wow.
Was such a hard game to play through. And I just kept playing because you know what I thought, Kyle? I'm going to say something real stupid. You're going to be like, what made you think that? I thought Glover was Mario's glove the entire game. Because I had a cousin that knew Nintendo. You always have that friend, Kyle, and I know you know these friends, that will say something like, if you're watching anime, and they'll say to you, oh, wait till you get to this part in the manga. You got to see what happens in the manga. Like they always had to be a step ahead. So I had a friend that knew Japanese, and we're cousins. I'm going to say a friend, but we're cousins. He knew Japanese. He knew all this stuff. So he used to make up these stories to me sometime. Oh, did you know that Glover is Mario's glove? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense because he can move and, you know, he could do all this and that. And I fell for it, Kyle. I fell for it.
Yep. Glover, you know what? As a kid, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see somebody actually convincing another kid about that.
Yes.
But no. Kid Andre, no. It wasn't Mario's glove.
Glover was so bad, and I played that whole game, and I beat almost everything in it. And I played that whole game because he told me when you beat the game, you get Mario. He knew how much I love Mario. So he told me.
Oh, he just played you then.
Yeah. When you beat the game,
just played
you
you
unlock
back.
Mario, and then you get to do everything over in the game as Mario. So I'm sitting here really trying to do all this stuff, and he hurt me. He hurt me, Kyle.
Oof. Dwolin says, I remember quite liking Glover.
It wasn't bad, Dwol, but I sat through that game, and because I had an experience with it like I did, that's why it's on my number 2.
I think it's an emotional thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's why.
It is.
All right, so number 2. Dwolin's gonna die right now because he said on the message board, "Here it comes," dies when you say Gears Judgment. He's gonna die right now because number 2 is Gears Judgment.
I thought
it's not number 1.
I thought it was gonna be a number 1, Kyle.
No, you'll find out why in a minute. So Gears Judgment, up until about a month and a half ago, would have been number 1 for me, but I'll explain that in a minute. So yes, Gears Judgment, like you said, I didn't go as hardcore as you did. I did play. The only good thing about that game was the new mode that they put in there. I forgot what it's called now, but that you could play as the locusts, the different locusts, like the ticker. And
I know what you're talking about.
I forgot what the mode was called. If anybody knows, please in chat, please let me know. I'm really struggling to think of a game I didn't like. Yeah, see, well, he's shocked. But yeah, other than that, I mean, what holy arcade shooter, Batman? What the hell was that? This is what, the second I knew something bad was going to happen, the second I saw who was developing the game. Because it said Epic, which is good, but then right after it said Epic, it said people can fly. And that's where I took a step back and went, what? Shit. That's not good, because they just made Bulletstorm, and Bulletstorm was but it wasn't a good game. Yeah. Thank you, Dolly. Overrun mode. That's what it was called. For the Gears Judgment category. But yeah, they made Bulletstorm, which they made a full clip edition, which I will never get that. No. And the second I knew something bad was going to happen. And sure enough, yeah, the story I didn't care about because it was Baird's story. I didn't give a shit about about the arcade style. It was just bad. Overall, it was just bad. That's why I put it in the safe. That's why I never want to talk about it again. More than likely, if I have a Gears streaming session, I will have to play it, but I will begrudgingly play that game. So, unfortunately, yes. Gears Judgment, number 2 for moi that I have played through.
Because I thought that was going to be a number 1.
Oh, you'll see what my number 1 is. Trust me. So, anyway, Andre, mini drum roll, your number 1 game.
Kyle.
Yes.
Your name involves this game.
My name involves this game.
Your stage name, I should say.
My stage name.
Other persona. Your other Kyle revolves around this.
Why do I get the feeling I know what you're gonna say already?
You know, Kyle. We know each other a lot. Like I feel like we both know each other a whole lot.
I could be wrong, but I get a feeling I know what you're gonna say right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yep.
Our beloved friend Kyle, that we both love. He has the best music in his game. We've talked about this of all time to me. His music inspires us and encourages us. And I have to say the positive first, Kyle, because it's such a negative thing.
Yes.
He's tried a whole bunch of times for remakes. He's tried a whole bunch of times for returns. 3D, yep. 2D. Some were good. Some were God pee on you awful. Some were amazing. Sonic the Hedgehog. There's 2 games that I have tied for 1 because I can't pick which one was worse. And you probably
wait, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, and what's the other one?
Sonic Boom.
Oh.
Those 2 right there. So you already knew 2006.
No, I already knew that one, yeah.
That game and Sonic Boom. Ironically, Sonic Boom was a boom. It was an explosion of bull crap. That game sucked. They remodeled the characters. They made Knuckle buff. I was excited. I was telling my friends, yo, don't worry about it. Knuckles is buff. That's how he's supposed to be. This makes sense. Knuckles in the gym. Sonic got the bandages on him. Till I was trying. That game gave me a heart attack when I played. Sonic 2006. Oh, my God, Kyle. Oh,
Ooh.
my God. Sonic 2006 is so bad. I would never forget the horrible camera angles. I would never forget that a girl kissed a hedgehog. I will never forget that Sonic bought shoes to run on water. I will never, oh my God, Sonic's, I would never forget Silver had what's that power called? Telekinesis, but he can use it on everything. And Silver was slower than molasses, and the dude picked up little bricks and moved them, and the camera angle would float you into the water. The boss battles were glitching, the lag in it. The game wasn't even online, Kyle. The game wasn't even online. It was a single-player game, but it felt like Call of Duty 4 on the first day when it came out, and you couldn't even get in a match. Ow. Sonic 2006.
Preach, my brother, preach.
Sonic.
Somebody get him a tissue, please. Somebody get that man a tissue.
Don't
Anybody?
look at my eyes. I'm crying, Kyle.
I know. Somebody get that man a tissue.
Sonic 2006, Kyle, was, you know what, Sonic Boom, no, you're not that bad. Because I lost faith for Sonic by that time.
Yeah.
Sonic 2006 is the worst game ever made. And the worst game I ever played through entirely. Because I kept saying it will get better. Just like I said that with Sonic Forces. And it didn't get better. But at least Sonic Forces was manageable.
Yes.
Sonic 2006, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle. I want to talk to you.
Dolan just said, I was about to say, Andre preaching the whole damn sermon right now.
I can't. Dolan, it hurt my soul. It hurt me.
I hear you.
It hurt me.
So number one, for me, is a recent game I've played.
Oh, shoot. Recent?
Recent. That's why I said up until a month and a half ago.
I know what it is.
I would put Judgment.
Kyle, I know what it is.
You probably won't.
It's on the Switch?
It is. Yeah, it is.
I know what it is, Kyle.
All right. So if you know what it is, say it right now.
I'll type it to you because I don't want to spoil it.
You're going to type it on Facebook? You're going to type it to me?
On Messenger. I'm going to type it right now.
All right. Let me go on Messenger. Let me just see if he is correct or not.
You knew what my game was going to be, so I got to see if I know you well.
All right. Let's see. I'm just waiting for his response. Guys?
There you go.
No.
Oh, crap. I thought I had it.
Nope. I knew you would. I knew you wouldn't know. I knew you wouldn't know. So, my number one game is a series that I have played and loved since I was a child.
Uh-oh. I know what it is now. Wait a minute.
Are you gonna type it again? Uh-oh.
Actually, I don't know if this came out on the Switch, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh boy. You might not know. You might not know these terms. Nope.
Okay. I give
nope.
up. I give up.
Yep, he gives up. So, and Mighty Number 9, I have not played since a child, by the way.
Oh, yes. I thought you were going in the direction of, like, because Mega Man and...
No.
Oh, I got to hear this.
My number one worst game I've ever played through all time is Double Dragon 4.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Now, I'm going to say it like this. I blame myself partially because I knew going into it was a bad game. But it's a Double Dragon game. I played 1, 2, 3. I got to play the 4th. It only makes sense. Good God. Good God, that game was horrendous. First of all, they didn't even bother to update graphics or anything. They decided to go super nostalgia and bring in the Double Dragon 2 graphics. Which would have been fine if the game ran properly. And not only did they do that, they brought in sprites from the original Double Dragon and Double Dragon 2 of the same character. I literally fought one character that looked like the sprite from the original Double Dragon, and I was like, huh, that's weird that they did that with the Double Dragon 2 graphics, but I'm like, whatever. And then I'd go into the next section, and it was the same character with the Double Dragon 2.
Oh,
sprite. I'm like, what the frig is going on with this game? I was like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know I don't even know the company that made the game, but you should have just left Double Dragon dead. Because good God, it was the jumping was horrible. There were sections that, like, it was next to near impossible to jump. And I just happened to jump at the exact right time to even get it down, to even get the sections down. It was, the jumping was horrible. The combat was terrible. It was so bad. Like, you know how I did my rating system before? If I had a third thumb, that would be Double Dragon 4.
Put your thumbs up with mine, Kyle.
Oh, all right. So we got 4 thumbs right now. 4 thumbs for Double Dragon 4. Oh, that's what the 4 is. 4 thumbs down. That game was so bad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like, I will, you know, the funny thing is, like, I didn't actually purchase it. I actually got it for free because I used my gold coins that were about to run out on me. And I was like, all right, I got to use these gold coins. And I was like, you know, I'll just use it for Double Dragon 4 just because it's Double Dragon 4. I got to see how bad this game is. And yeah, it lived up to the hypeness of how bad it is. It was terrible, god awful. Never want to see that game on a screen ever again. That thing is in the safe for sure. On high security. That game should never come out. That's how bad it is. It was.
You said on high security.
It's terrible.
Oh my God.
As a Double Dragon fan, I was so disappointed in that game. It was horrendous.
Oh,
so, Double Dragon 4 is my number 1, and it will probably stay my number 1 for as long as I live at this point.
I think that's what Sonic 2006 is going to be.
Yep, pretty much. So I'm going to actually ask you another question. It's almost 10 to 8 o'clock, but I'll ask you one more question because we got 10 minutes. Is there a game that you, Hannibal Lecter high security, pretty much, Dwally, pretty much. Is there a game that you played that you thought was either good or okay, but the general consensus of people was that they thought it was bad?
Oh, there's 1,000 of them. I could do a whole show about that, but I can give a few off rip, but I mean, yeah.
I have a specific one that I wanted to bring up. So, yeah. But you go ahead.
No, you can say a specific so I can think of which one I would say. But I have
okay.
That's almost a whole show because there's a lot of games I feel were really good. Matter of fact, I'll go right off top. Overcooked when it first came out. I know it became big, but a lot of people were knocking Overcooked at first, and then all of a sudden, people started streaming it and see how fun it was. And Overcooked was a hidden gem. I call those games hidden gems. Ones where people are like, "This game sucks, don't touch it," and then all of a sudden, people start streaming it, and now it's all big and almighty. So Overcooked's one for me, but that's a long list, man. That's a really long list for me. That's a good show. That's a good show, Kyle.
So, yeah, I'll let you think. And so for my specific game, my specific game is Resident Evil 6.
That's a good one because now that's a good one because a lot of people hated Resident Evil 6. Like,
there is so much hate.
I thought Resident Evil 6 was a good game.
So much hate for Resident Evil 6. It's not even funny. People that are now I've said it like this before. People that are longtime Resident Evil fans, I get it. That game was very, very actiony and not a lot of spook to it at all. I get it. I totally understand. But as far as mechanic-wise, I liked how they utilized some of the mechanics in that game. I
did too.
I liked how, the slide, that you could utilize that and then aim back to shoot guys with that. I thought that was cool. I liked the sprint aspect that they brought into it. That was very nice. I thought overall, as far as mechanic-wise, I thought it was a good game.
I did too.
I didn't mind it at all. And I actually liked the story.
I thought the story was good too.
I thought the story was pretty good.
And letting you use
my opinion. There's a lot of people who disagree with me, but I thought it was pretty good.
No, I thought it was good. And it might be because we're Gears of War fans too, because it was a lot like Gears and the mechanics. So,
I mean, the over-the-shoulder part, yeah. but like there was a lot of differences to those mechanics as far as like what to do
I just thought it was a
with
good
like
game.
pistol.
I
But
love. I'm also someone that loved 5. Like, I obsessed over 5, and 6 was great to me. So
5 was good. I like 5. A lot of people knock 5
yeah,
as well. I mean, I liked it.
yeah, that's a good
But
game.
people were like ripping Resident Evil 6. They've been ripping it for like ages and ages. There are still like talks and different shows that even talk about Resident Evil 6. And they're just like, that game was so bad. Blah, blah, blah. But mechanically, I thought it was good. And story-wise, I thought it was pretty good.
I agree. I feel like a lot of games like that. Like, I feel like there's franchises that are like that. I feel like Assassin's Creed gets that shake because Assassin's Creed, even though a lot of these games are a copy and paste mechanic, and I'm a big fan, so it's kind of biased, but I feel like Origins and the new one, Assassin's Creed Mario Odyssey, I feel like the past 2 have done what people asked. Give us a game that's like Witcher, but Assassin style. They did what fans wanted, and I feel like Assassin's Creed doesn't get the respect it should. When to me, every time I'm playing it, I'm just like, it's the same game as Witcher without the fighting the demons and the beast and the creatures, without all the other things. But even Assassin's Creed now, you're fighting like Greek god type creatures and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it doesn't get a fair shake a lot because of Assassin's Creed's its name. But it's a good game. Like I love Witcher. Witcher's in my top 3 of all time. And the past 2 Assassin's Creed games have been like The Witcher, literally spot on. So I'm just like, it's just not a fair shake, but it should be getting recognition.
My whole thing with Assassin's Creed, though, like the newer ones, is like I just feel like it's getting away from what Assassin's Creed was really supposed to be. Now I know the originals are very repetitive and everything. I get that, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of getting away. I'm not saying it's fully getting away, but I think it's kind of getting away.
Right, it's absolutely getting away. I've been saying it should turn to just Creed. So Creed Odyssey, or like, don't say Assassins, because the thing about these past 2 games is these are made before they technically become Assassins. So this is before the Creeds became the Assassin's Creed. This is like back in the war days. Like Assassin's Creed 1 was the first, was technically after these, and it's when they're in the city and all that stuff. And all. This is before that. So
right.
I think they should take the Assassin's Creed element out and name it something different. Like, they could have just said Assassin's Odyssey, or they could have said Creed Odyssey, and it would have been fine. But
or before with Origins, Origin of the Creed.
Yeah, Origin of the Creed, Odyssey of the Creed. That would be dope. But yeah, like I said, they're good games, and if you like Witcher, there's no way you shouldn't like these games. Like, a lot of people that have played Assassin's Creed say it is like Witcher, but they say that it's a bite off of Witcher. I'm like, well, open world's open world. Like, everybody can't do what Breath of the Wild did and make a complete fantasy land out of nowhere. Assassin's Creed goes with real-time history. Like, these are all real locations. It takes you 9 years just to get across the sea in that game. Like, it's realistic. So. But yeah, we should do a show about that, Kyle. That's actually a really great topic.
Oh, I'd have to do a lot of searching on that one.
Yeah.
With that, I'd have to definitely dive into the annals of my gaming archives.
We should do overrated and underrated games.
Oh, jeez. Whew.
Yeah. Games that are overrated and then games that are underrated.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one. I would have to do some high research for that one, for sure.
But we got 7:57, Kyle. Anything you got to cut out, my brother? I don't really have nothing to say beside play Mario Party, play Assassin's Creed. Red Dead's coming out, so actually don't play Assassin's Creed because no game matters after Red Dead comes out. Red Dead will get Game of the Year. I'm standing by that. I'm supportive of that. It's even going to beat out God of War. So yeah, I'm sticking with Red Dead. And 2 weeks. Oh, Call of Duty releases tonight for the people that actually care. Black Ops 4 releases tonight, but I have to give people that have it a little tip that I found out today. Even if you have it pre-downloaded or have it pre-downloaded with the disc or with the digital.
With digital, yep.
No matter what happens tonight when you go to play the game, you're going to be real upset because it's going to take another 50 gig download to the game. So when you're thinking about to be happy, because the game already took 60 to 70 to download. Now it's another 50 because of patching. So if you're excited and you're ready to play tonight, they have posted that up. And always understand on first night releases, take it from someone that always gets first night releases, when it comes to multiplayer games, there's a slight chance you might not be able to get online the first hour or two. So,
and just remember that Black Ops 4 is pretty much an online Call of Duty game.
You are absolutely right with that. There is no campaign.
No campaign.
No campaign.
And also just remember that Red Dead is going to be 100 gigs.
Did you look that up?
Holy
Did you
moly.
look that up?
Did I what?
Did you look it up yet?
Oh, how much it was going to be? I thought it was like 110.
Because I believe the PlayStation's 110 and the Xbox is 70. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they're both different download size.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
that's still a ridiculous chunk.
It's still a ton.
That's a whole ton.
And for Dwolin's new PlayStation with his new PlayStation with only 500 gigabytes, that's taken up a fifth of his memory
Yes.
already. So we'll see. But hopefully Red Dead, lives up to the hype, which I'm assuming it will.
It will be fine.
Just because it's a Rockstar game.
It will
I'm not a Grand Theft Auto guy. But
Neither am I.
Rockstar does good stuff with their games.
With their Red Dead games.
So we'll have to see in a couple weeks with that. My final words. Toys R Us, I don't know what the heck you're doing, but we'll see what you're doing as far as this Jeffrey's Toy Box thing.
Jeffrey's Toy Box.
Just make them prices affordable.
Yes.
All I'm saying. Learn from your mistakes. But anyway, so that is it for this week, guys. Next week, we'll have a slew of more topics to talk about. Maybe we will get into overrated, underrated games. Hopefully, Van will be back next week as well, and he can give us his intake on what we talked about today or what we talk about next week. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I want to thank all our new followers on Mixer. We gladly appreciate it. So until next week, everybody. Peace.
Got that beat, huh?
I still got no clue.